We mentioned we had some success with local baseball teams yesterday. We're lucky to have one of them here to introduce them on the field. But I'd like you to say hello to Fraser Campbell, the president of the Greater Victoria Baseball Association, please. Fraser, give a quick talk about what your program and what's happened here. 2 mosquito champions and now a bantam team program champion. That's some great stuff.
Yeah, baseball is alive and well in Victoria, and that's largely in part a lot to the HarbourCats responsibility. We've got Greater Victoria players.
Say that again. Yes, I can.
And we'd also like to recognize that those kids our manager of that team happens to be son of one of the owners of the HarbourCats, and Roses, so friends of the family, I guess. We'd like to congratulate them. And to double A team, the Greater Victoria Baseball brings home the provincial trophy this year.
Thanks, Fraser. Here you guys are. Come on up. Lesson, assistant team director, and we are players. Hey, all the guys I'm going to give you guys. Ethan Hall, Reese Hill, Trevor Carter, Reed Moulton, Chad Hayden, Mills, James Barber, Sasha Jennings, Julian Green, J.P. Sherman-Ross, Rex Redford, David Clark, Christopher Stark, and Mason Teixeira. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, so, we have some great sponsorship today as well. I want to make sure we get a chance to recognize them in a second. But the Victoria HarbourCats are so happy with the relationship we have with the city of Victoria. It's unbelievable how well it goes around here. And we have people to thank who come out and do all the work in the park.
How does that
You're
work?
all, could be a shy over there. Come on. Gotta go out here. We got Paul, we got Carla, we've got Daniel, Kendall, Kyle, Bradley, Bob, and Pete. Not all of them made it here today, but these are the guys who do all the work that makes this field as beautiful it is for these guys to play as well as they do. And we got the first pitches here, guys. We need a few gloves for this.
Oh.
Mike, you need some friends, Mike.
Function. Ah. Sorry, Mike.
Let's go, guys, all at once. Great job. Also, CFAX and Bell Media and Cool and TGA were promoted this evening. Number 4 is Paul Allen from Cool. Where are you? Come on out. Oh, you're already out there. Sorry, buddy. Mikey, you're not done, bud. Haha. Throws a strike. There we go. And from the Mount Office, thank you very much for your sponsorship. Brian Woodward and Edwin McGuire. Gotta hurry up, guys. All good.
Yeah. Well. No problem.
Here we go. Declan's the little one. And Brian, Declan's the son of one of the longtime employees at Mom. And Brian works for Mom Office. Here you go, guys. Mikey, you're not done. Great job. There we go. All right. Everyone please rise. CFAX morning man Al Farabee with today's national anthem. Thanks, bud.
For you.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right, Warriors number 24 kids, Hasten and Aaron.
The red hot Victoria HarbourCats go after their 6th win in a row against the Yakima Valley Pippins. With my silent partner, Kevin the intern, I'm Jay
Look this way,
Longpray. The
guys.
Cats leapfrog the Pippins into the wild card standing 2nd spot, where they come from behind 11-5 victory last night. Victoria now number 2, but still 2 games behind Corvallis, as the front-running Knights were winners last evening. Corvallis opens a 3-game series in Kelowna tonight, so maybe the Cats will get some help that they so desperately need, but of course you still have to win your own games, and that's what the HarbourCats intend to do tonight, with Matt Blaze getting the start on the mound. The HarbourCats now with a club record 26 wins against 22 defeats. Since July 5th, the HarbourCats are 18-6. Kelowna leading the East with 30 wins, 5 games ahead of Yakima. Bend leading the South with 33 victories, 6 better than Corvallis. Bellingham leading the HarbourCats by 4 games in the West Division. The Bells have 30 wins. So again, Kelowna, Bend, and Bellingham battling for the best record overall, and hoping if they get to the league final that they would get home field advantage, with Corvallis leading the wild card division by 2 games over the HarbourCats. Corvallis playing in Kelowna tonight, Klamath Falls at Medford, Kitsap at Bend, Bellingham at Cowlitz, Walla Walla is at Wenatchee. The starting lineups are brought to you by Wilson Transportation, locally owned and operated since 1962 with over 90 vehicles to rent. Leading off for the Pippins is Jace Vanderbrake. He'll be in left field. Corey Morris is the shortstop, batting second. Mitch Skaggs at third base, batting third. Freddie Smith at second base, hitting cleanup, with Reed Martinez in right field, batting fifth. Alex Gwinnett, the catcher, batting sixth. Jake Manson at first base, hitting seventh. Ryan Lilly, the DH, batting eighth. The center fielder Dayton Provo in center field, batting ninth. And the starting pitcher is Andrew Bernstein. For Greg Merritt's HarbourCats, 18-6 in their last 24 games. Kevin Culler, the DH, batting first. Griffin Andrachuk at second base, batting second. Austin Gabor in center field, hitting third. AJ Alcantara hits cleanup and plays right field tonight, with Ben Polschuk in left field, batting fifth. PJ Floyd, batting sixth, playing first base. Hitting seventh is Alex Degodi at third base. Scott Jarvis, the shortstop, bats eighth. Zach Bonneau behind the plate, batting ninth. Matt Blaze gets the start tonight for the HarbourCats. The home plate umpire is Corey Klein. Jared Roberts on the bases. Breezy night. Up until a few moments ago, it was 30 kilometers an hour, but it seems to have died down quite a bit now as we get ready to throw the first pitch of the night. Harvey, the HarbourCats' birthday, so all the mascots from around different organizations were in town, and lots of pregame activity. So our 6:35 start time will become 6:44, and the first pitch of the night is strike one from Matt Blaze from Half Moon Bay, California, and he'll attend UC Davis. Jace Vanderbrink had a rough night in Victoria 24 hours ago. Struck out 3 times and had a comebacker. His last at bat, he did get a single to go 1 for 4. And he's batting .283 for the year. He leads the Pippins with 51 hits. The 2-strike pitch. A little tapper foul that'll hop into the dugout of the HarbourCats on the first base side. 4,307 here last night for a BC Day fireworks evening. This is grounded on one hop to Alex Degodi at third, and there's one out. The shortstop, Corey Morris, batting .261 with 8 runs batted in. Morris is 0 for 4 last night. Yakima defeated 11-5 by the HarbourCats. They had a 4-3 lead after 5 innings, but the Cats, over the last 4.5 innings, outscored the Pippins 9-1. Strike one called by Corey Klein on Morris. Just underway from Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park. Morris takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5'9", 160 from Richland, Washington. Will attend Montana State Billings next month as a freshman. Pop-up foul will reach the seats down in the sunshine on the first base side. Mitch Skaggs, the third baseman, is on deck for Yakima, wearing their green jersey tonight with the gray pants. Jarvis will take the head-high hop, set his feet, and throw in time for the out. Skaggs batting .263 with a club-leading 12 doubles and a club-leading 27 RBI. He bats with 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first inning, which is brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at VictoriaRealEstate.com. Check swing, that'll cost him a strike. Last start for Blaise was on Thursday, an 8-3 win over Cowlitz. 6 1/3 from Blaise. He gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, walked 5, struck out 1. 3-3 on the year, and ahead of Skaggs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch with 2 men out. To the left of the shortstop. Jarvis can't get to it. It's a base hit. Skaggs now 1 for 5 in the series. Freddie Smith will bat. Smith had been 3 for his last 24, but he had 3 hits last night to move his average up to .237. Two men out, runner at first, no score. Strike 1 to Smith. Smith from Redondo Beach, California. Swings and misses. Snap throw to first by Bonneau, but Skaggs is able to get back safely. Alex Tagoti at third base. Scott Jarvis is the shortstop tonight with Griffin Andrechuk at second base. P.J. Floyd, the first baseman. Ben Polschuk in left. Austin Gabor in center field. A.J. Alcantara in right field, with Zach Bonneau doing the catching. Swing and a miss. Smith goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Blaise ends the first inning. 1 hit, 1 left. HarbourCats coming up on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. starting pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins tonight. That is Kevin Collard, Griffin Andrechuk, and Austin Gabor in the bottom of the first. After Matt Blaze retired the Pippins in the top of the first without giving up a run. Collard had 3 RBI last night. They all came late in the game after he was retired his first 3 trips. Then he had a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning and a 2-run single in the 8th. A 6-run 8th as the HarbourCats separated themselves from the Pippins. Strike 1 from Bernstein, who's from Claremont, California. And like a handful of the HarbourCats will attend Cal Poly San Luis Obispo next month and start his college career. 1 ball, 1 strike on Collard. Hitting .303. Leads the HarbourCats with 43 hits. And the pitch outside for a ball. Collard also leads the HarbourCats in runs scored with 31. In doubles with 11. Home runs with 5. RBI with 31. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sunday night in Wenatchee, Collard was 4 out of 5 with 5 RBI and 5 runs scored, coming off a 2-for-3 game on Saturday. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the HarbourCats designated hitter. Bottom of the first inning with no score. The 2-2 pitch from Bernstein. That's pulled foul in front of Joe Meggs, coaching at first. Alec Almeida over at third. The manager, Greg Merritt, cheerleading as he always does. Outside the first base dugout. HarbourCats 18-6 since the 5th of July. A club record 26 wins. Collard swings and misses at the fastball. Griffin Andrechuk comes to the plate. Leading the HarbourCats at .391. 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in 26 games. He's played 13 fewer games in a HarbourCat uniform than Kevin Collard, but has scored just 2 fewer runs. Hottest hitter in the league right now. Wind blowing briskly towards center field. Ball 1 from Bernstein, who's made 7 starts for the Pippins, allowing 44 hits in 40 innings. An excellent ERA of 2.7. Breaking ball goes all the way to the backstop. 2-0 on Andrechuk, who has a 9-game hit streak. He has hits in 19 of his last 21 games. And via a walk or a hit has been on base in 20 of his last 21 games. Foul out of play onto Caledonia Avenue. 2-1 the count on the HarbourCats second baseman, with no score in the bottom of the first. No one on base and 1 man out. Austin Gabor is the on-deck hitter for the Cats. Bernstein is 2-4 this year for Yakima, despite that ERA of 2.7. Swing and a miss. Mitch Skaggs at third base, Corey Morris at shortstop, Freddie Smith at second, Jake Manson at first base with Jace Van de Break, that is, in left field, Dayton Provo in center field, Reed Martinez in right field, Alex Gwinnett doing the catching. The pitch low and outside. Full count on Andrechuk. To go along with his 34 hits, he's also walked 14 times and been hit by a pitch 4 times. Andrechuk was hit by a pitch last night and walked twice, going 1 for 2 officially in the ballgame. The 3-2 pitch from Bernstein. Swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 19 strikeouts now for Bernstein in 40 2/3 innings. So not known as a strikeout pitcher. In fact, his last outing was excellent against Medford. He beat the Rogues 2-0. 8 shutout innings, but he struck out just 3, allowing 7 hits and 2 walks. He was batting .310. 3 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Strike 2. Bottom of the first inning with no score. A bright sunny evening, but 13 degrees Celsius at game time and the winds gusting to 30 kilometers an hour. Swing and a foul. Good pitch calling here in the first inning by Yakima, with Gwinnett and Bernstein working well together. They realize that wind is blowing out towards left. It's not deep in this ballpark to left field. 310 down the line, maybe 350 to the big scoreboard. So he's going with off-speed pitches, which are more difficult to elevate as long as he doesn't hang them, especially to a left-hand hitter, making them pull that ball. And Gabor disagrees with Corey Klein. Bernstein strikes out the side. On to the second inning with no score. Yakima and the HarbourCats from Sports Traders Diamond on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. Memories. For more information, go to www.alzheimerbc.org. This message made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. Reed Martinez hacks at the first pitch from Matt Blaise and fouls it out of play. Martinez batting .257, 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Another foul out of play. That one skims the roof and heads onto Vancouver Street. Martinez was the DH last night and went 1 for 4. HarbourCats scoring at least 8 runs in a ball game for the 5th straight time in their 11-5 win last night. That's called strike 3. And between the two pitchers, that's 5 straight strikeouts. Alec Gannett, the batter. Pippins, catcher. 0 for 4 last night. Batting .208. 1 home run, 15 runs batted in. The pitch by Matt Blaise. High, ball 1. Quite a mismatch when it comes to who's going to take advantage of that brisk wind blowing out to left field. and the short porch in left. HarbourCats lead the West Coast League with 29 home runs. The Pippins have hit only 9 as a team. Hard to believe there's 2 teams below Yakima in the home run department. There's a strike. Much bigger strike zone than we're used to. And it's actually welcomed. Corey Klein letting the hitters know early. Come up swinging. There's a sharply hit line drive right at Andrechuk. 2 out in the second inning. Jake Manson comes to the plate. He had a couple of hits last night. Drove in 2 runs. Batting .230 overall. 14 runs batted in. Nobody on base with 2 men out. Breaking ball is taken for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike on Manson. 220-pounder is Jake Manson. 5'10" from Bellingham, Washington. He will be a freshman at Yakima Valley Community College. Takes a strike from Matt Blaise. The pitch, called strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Blaise through 2 innings. AJ Alcantara will lead off the bottom of the second. There is no score on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. To the bottom of the second inning. Yakima and Victoria, no score. AJ Alcantara, Ben Polschuk, and PJ Floyd to face Andrew Bernstein. Bernstein striking out the side in the first inning. Alcantara batting .314, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Ball 1 outside. 3rd start on the road for Bernstein in the West Coast League, and he's been outstanding in his first 2 at Wenatchee on June 23rd and at Corvallis on June 18th. 12 innings of work, did not allow a run. And in the 2 starts combined, 7 hits in 12 innings. 2-4 on the year, 2.70 ERA. The 1-1 pitch to Alcantara. Breaking ball is high. Alcantara was 1 for 4 with 2 RBI last night. That one's up and in. Bernstein retiring. Collard, Andrechuk, and Gabor in the first inning with an effective off-speed pitch. So Bernstein caught Alcantara leaning out over the plate a little bit, so he backed him off with a fastball, but now he misses And the HarbourCats have their first base runner as Alcantara walks to lead off the second inning. Ben Polschuk is batting .294. 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Polschuk and Bernstein will be teammates at Cal Poly. But right now they're in the wild card division race along with Corvallis, so it's all business right now. Bernstein with the pitch. Strike one. Sun ducks behind the cloud here at Sports Traders Stadium inside Royal Athletic Park in the North Park neighborhood. Wind continues to blow out very briskly, gusting up to over 30 kilometers an hour out towards left center field. So Polschuk has to be licking his chops right now. 6'4", 195 from Clayton, California. Bernstein staying away from Polschuk. 1 ball, 1 strike. HarbourCats second in the West Coast League in runs scored. Tied for first in home runs. And their team batting average now at .264 is third best in the league. Pitch low, delayed steal by Alcantara. Smith with the tag, and Alcantara is out. I tried to sneak one in there on Alec Gwinnett, but he made a good throw, and so now the bases are empty, and who's hot and who's not is brought to you by Freedom 55. Freedom today, freedom tomorrow, advice that works for you. Well, you think the Yankees are doing well in the big league, scoring 9 runs a game over their last 6. HarbourCats are averaging 10 runs a game in their last 6. Polschuk takes outside for a ball. 3-1 with 1 out, bases empty. No score in the bottom of the second. Griffin Andrechuk of the HarbourCats with a 9-game hit streak. 13 of his last 25, including tonight, and he's been on base in each of his last 12 games. Ground ball hits the third base bag and will stay in the infield, and that's your definition of an infield single right there for Polschuk. He could stand there with 1,000 baseballs and never hit one off the bag again. One on with 1 out for P.J. Floyd. Floyd batting .287. 4 home runs, 24 runs batted in. And Greg Merritt really loading up his lineup tonight with those that have been hitting well lately. 8 of the 9 men in the lineup are hitting .287 or better. Bernstein with a good changeup. 0-1 the count on Floyd. HarbourCats batting over .360 as a team in the last 7 games. Bernstein with a 1-strike pitch after a couple of looks at second, and now decides to hold the ball. Who's hot and who's not, brought to you by Freedom 55. Not hot? Well, July 18th and July 23rd. Those dates, not hot. And if my brother is listening, which I doubt he is, but if he was, no offense, bro, but because July 23rd is his birthday, right? So it's got nothing to do with that. No, those are the only 2 days that Griffin Andrechuk has gone hitless in this streak of hitting in 19 out of 21. Wenatchee's pitching, last 6 games, ERA 9.34. The Apple Sox taking a beating over the weekend by the HarbourCats. That pitch hits Floyd. Polschuk to second, Floyd to first. Alex DeGote coming up, one of the hottest of the hot for the HarbourCats offensively. Alex hitting .440 with 11 hits in his last 6 games, and now has his batting average up to a season high .287. Quick visit to the mound. No score, bottom of the second. Wenatchee's pitching 9.34, so even in the 3 games before the HarbourCats got there, they were struggling. Walla Walla has lost 5 in a row. They're not hot. And why have they lost 5 in a row? Well, they're hitting just .221 in their last 5 games. Cowlitz has lost 4 in a row. And 5 of their last 6. And if you thought a .221 batting average was poor, how about 179 for the Black Bears? And you couple that with an ERA of 5.71 in 6 games, that makes it difficult to win. That's who's hot and who's not. Brought to you by Freedom 55. Runners at first and second for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the second with no score in the ball game. 1 man out. Andrew Bernstein into the stretch, and the pitch on the way to Alex Degody. Ball. Bernstein did pitch in 31 1/3 innings for Cal Poly this spring. He was 3-3 with a 5.01 ERA. Allowed 28 hits in 32 innings. Made 7 starts. Pitch outside for a ball. Degody had 3 hits last night for the HarbourCats. He drove in a run and he scored 2. Cats won the game 11-5. There's that good changeup again. Scott Jarvis on deck for the HarbourCats. Trying to break on top. HarbourCats are 19-6 this season when they score first. Polschuk at second, Floyd at first with 1 man out. Another breaking ball off speed pitch, and Degody out in front. Well, let's see if they go with it 3 times in a row. HarbourCats are very aggressive with runners at first and second. Bernstein doesn't want to waste a pitch to get to 3-2 because dollars to donuts, those runners will be on the move. And with Degody swinging a hot bat, if he puts one into a gap someplace, it could be 2-0 in a hurry. So Bernstein with a 2-2 pitch of importance here in the bottom of the second. A little nubber. And they'll let it roll. It will go foul. Good decision by Alec Gwinnett. Wrap-up game of this 3-game series and the final regular season home game for the HarbourCats tomorrow night, starting just after 6:35. It goes by in a blink. First game was on June 5th. And tomorrow, August 5th, boom. Season over. At home, HarbourCats then go to Bellingham and play 3 games against the first-place Bells to wrap up the West Coast League season. They hope to be back here 1 week from tonight for a playoff game. Degody takes low, ball 3. Bernstein wanted that one. Full count. It's automatic 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs to start the runners. But Greg Merritt has proven that he will start them with 1 out as well. The runners are going, at least one of the runners is going, and Degody swings and misses. So someone missed his sign. Well, Degody misses the baseball and becomes the 4th strikeout victim of Bernstein. Polschuk takes a stolen base. Floyd still left standing at the station over there at first base. Stolen base number 6 for Ben Polschuk. First and third with 2 men out for Scott Jarvis, the shortstop. Shows bunt, takes strike one. Jarvis batting .291 in 30 games for the HarbourCats. 9 runs batted in. Breaking ball well outside. Bernstein 1-2 in his last 2 starts. His last was a victory on Wednesday against Medford. Previous to that, he was beaten by Bend and then Corvallis, but he pitched very well in the game against Corvallis. On July 16th, he went 8 innings, allowed just 2 runs on 7 hits. Lost the ball game 2-1 against the Knights. Corvallis in Kelowna tonight. So both these teams will be monitoring that game closely in the wild card division of the West Coast League. Jarvis swings and misses. A ball and 2 strikes with 2 on and 2 out for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the second. Bernstein's pitch popped up into shallow right field. Reed Martinez makes the catch that ends the inning. HarbourCats threaten but cannot score. 0-0 through 2 innings tonight at Sports Traders Diamond on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
It's black. It's a storm picture. Thank you, my dear.
Matt Blaze with his first pitch of the 3rd inning. Taken for a strike. Ryan Lilly, who attends UC Riverside, takes strike 2. Lilly acting as the DH tonight. He's had 40 at-bats. He's batting .200. Fouled out of play. Lilly has also made 12 appearances out of the bullpen for the Pippins. No score after 2 innings of play. Pop up near the dugout of the HarbourCats on the first base side. Zach Bonneau actually ended up having room but couldn't make the catch. So Lilly has another life as we play in the 3rd inning, brought to you by Sports Traders, carrying everything from yoga mats and athletic wear for the whole family to inline skates at 608 Discovery Street. Dayton Provo is on deck for Yakima. No score in the top of the 3rd. The pitch by Matt Blaze. Foul back. Outfield average depth and a couple of steps towards left field is the center fielder Austin Gabor. Infield back all the way around. Swing and a miss. Slowly goes after a high pitch. Fourth strikeout already for Matt Blaze. Blaze only struck out one on Thursday against Cowlitz, and in his previous start against Bellingham in 5 1/3, he struck out 3. So that's 4 strikeouts in his previous 2 starts, and he already has 4 tonight. Dayton Provost, the batter. Check swing and a fastball inside as the sun reappears at Sports Traders Diamond. Wind continues to blow briskly towards left field. Provo was 0 for 3 last night, batting .167. And just as I say that, a .167 hitter gets a base hit to center field. Second hit for Yakima, and now we go back to the top of the order, and Jace Vandebrake. Vandebrake grounded out to Alex Tagoti at third base to lead off the ball game. I believe a balk has been called. Yes. Blaze gets called for a balk by Corey Klein. Klein says that Blaze broke his hands. Provo to second base now with 1 man out. Ball 1 low. Vandebrake will be a freshman at Gonzaga University in Spokane. He looks to bunt, pushes it foul. Pippins have been good on the road this year. They are 14 and 11. HarbourCats are 12 and 10 here at Sports Traders Diamond. A club record 26 wins for Victoria as they play in their 3rd year of the West Coast League. Looking for their first postseason action. They're getting close. They're 2 games back at Corvallis, but running out of games. Swing and a miss by Vandebrake. One ball, 2 strikes. A runner at second with 1 man out. No score, top of the 3rd. Just the 5th meeting historically of these 2 franchises. Last season, the Pippins won 3 games in Yakima. HarbourCats winning last night here in Victoria, and they'll play tonight and tomorrow night. Provost leads from second, and Vandebrake swings and misses. 4th time in the series that Vandebrake has struck out. 5 strikeouts in the ballgame for Blaze. Corey Morris grounded to short his first time up. He bats with a runner at second. 2 men out with no score in the top of the 3rd. This is looped over the head of Jarvis. Getting the wave is Provost. The throw to the plate cut off by Degody, and they throw back to first. And they've got Morris in a rundown. The tag made by Andrechuk. Well, the Pippins take a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Corey Morris. Zach Minot will lead off the bottom of the third. Yakima has a 1-0 lead on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. Zach Minot leads off the bottom of the third for the HarbourCats, who find themselves down 1-0 to the Yakima Valley Pippins. First pitch from Andrew Bernstein is a strike. That's a blue foul. 2 strikes on Bonneau, who just broke his bat. Kevin Collard on deck, and then Griffin Andrechuk here in the bottom of the third inning, which is brought to you by Sports Traders. The West Coast League leaders are brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at VictoriaRealEstate.com. Well, Griffin Andrechuk has the best batting average in the league, but doesn't have enough at bats to qualify. So it's still Hunter Villanueva of Kelowna at 375. Justin Flores of Kelowna right behind him at 374. Tyler Davis of Bend is third at 363. Swing and a miss. Both pitchers with 5 strikeouts. As Kevin Collard, who was a strikeout victim leading off the first inning, comes to the plate as we go through the order for a second time. We'll see if the HarbourCats can adjust to that off-speed pitch of Andrew Bernstein. Bernstein had only 17 strikeouts in 40 innings of work starting play tonight. This is hit in the air to center field. Dayton Provo going back. This is over his head, and it's over the wall. Kevin Collard will touch them all. The HarbourCats have tied the game 1-1. Straight away, center field for Collard. Club leading 6th home run and club leading 32nd RBI. Griffin Andrechuk to the plate, who struck out his first time. Second on the team with 4 home runs. Takes high for a ball. Andrechuk has reached base via walk or a hit in 20 of his last 21 games. Only July 18th and July 23rd did he not come up with a base hit in a ball game. It wasn't until the 8th of July that he settled into the regular second baseman spot in the order. Didn't make his first appearance for the HarbourCats until June 19th, 2 weeks into the West Coast League season. A 1-1 tie now in the bottom of the third. Breaking ball is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Swinging a foul at the plate. The count even at 2-2. Austin Gabor is on deck for the HarbourCats. We will check the Sports Trader scoreboard in the top of the 4th and see what's happening in Kelowna, where the Corvallis Knights are playing the Falcons. Breaking ball is too high. 3-2 the count on Andrzejczyk, who plays at Seattle University. Swing and a miss. Pull the string on him again. Strikeout number 6 for Bernstein. Austin Gabor struck out in the first inning.
Number 10, Austin Gabor.
Strike 1 from Bernstein. Gabor with 3 home runs for the HarbourCats after hitting 5 this spring for Fresno State. Gabor came into the game batting .310. Takes low for a ball. It's 1-1. A 1-1 tie in the bottom of the third at Sports Traders Diamond. Swing and a foul out of play. Ooh. That ball hit the light tower and then came right back quickly into the dugout, and neither bat boy was paying attention. One's got his hand over his heart right now because it's racing. They do have their helmets on, but they didn't expect that ball to come right back in. Luckily, no one was hit or hurt. A ball and 2 strikes on Gabor with 2 men out. And that one's ripped foul right off the third base screen. A dangerous spot over there. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. A home run by Kevin Collard has tied the game 1-1 in the bottom of the third. Gabor bounces one off to the first base side. He's beating up everybody. Friends, foes, light towers. One of the most dangerous at-bats I've ever seen. Andrew Bernstein with the 1-2 pitch to Austin Gabor. It'll have to wait. Another foul ball. Dan Mayer of Medford leads the league in home runs with 11. Tyler Davis of Bend, the top RBI man with 48. Aaron Struzma of Bellingham with 32 stolen bases leads the league. That's a West Coast League record. Gabor takes high. 2-2 the count. Patrick McGuff of Bend now has 7 wins, one more than Hunter Wells of Wenatchee. Darian Simmons of Yakima now with 54 strikeouts, one more than McGuff. And John Altma of Kitsap still leads the league in ERA at 1.13. The pitch outside. 3-2 now on Gabor. Lars Ryder of Cowlitz leads the league with 11 saves, one more than Wyatt Mills of Yakima, who has 10. The league leaders in the West Coast League brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at victoriarealestate.com. 2 outs, no one on. The 3-2 pitch to Gabor in the air to right field. Reed Martinez in front of the warning track will make the catch. That went off the end of the bat, so it didn't have the carry for Gabor. Home run by Kevin Collard ties the game 1-1 as we move to the 4th on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
Right there and right there. Come on. Right there.
We'll see. Fan appreciation at all.
Mitch Skaggs leads off the 4th inning for Yakima against Matt Blaze. Ball 1 high. Skaggs singled with 2 outs in the first, but was stranded. HarbourCats 1, Pippins 1. Breaking ball is strike 1. Skaggs, Smith, and Martinez for Yakima Valley in the 4th inning. Off the end of the bat into center field, that's going to parachute in for a base hit. Mitch Skaggs is 2 for 2. Fourth hit off of Matt Blaze. Freddie Smith struck out in the 1st inning. The 4th inning is brought to you by Wilson Transportation with over 90 vehicles to rent. The official carrier of the HarbourCats, and they have, there's a quick throw to first, but Jared Roberts says that Skaggs got in safe under the tag of PJ Floyd. Another throw to first. This one gets away from Floyd, and Skaggs will motor to second base on the error by Blaze. They went to the well one too many times. '74th error charged to the HarbourCats. They are 6th in the league defensively. Corvallis is the best defensive team in the league. They have made 57 errors. Smith takes outside for a ball. Degodi up on the grass at 3rd, expecting a bunt. A 1-1 tie in the top of the 4th. Smith squares early. Puts the bunt down. Blaze looks at 3rd, then throws to 1st, and retires Smith on the sacrifice. Runner at third base now with one out for Reed Martinez. He struck out leading off the second inning. HarbourCats bring the infield in with a 1-1 tie on the board in the fourth inning. Fastball is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Martinez came in batting .257, second on the Pippins with 25 RBI. Outfield is shallow, especially Gabor in center field. That one's fisted foul by Martinez. Martinez attends Central Washington University. He is from Seattle. That pitch is down and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. 1 man out. 1-1 the score. Mitch Skaggs, the runner at third for Yakima here in the top of the fourth. Matt Blaise bounces one up there, and Bonneau smothers. DeGodia and Jarvis on the left side of the HarbourCats defense. Andrechuk and Floyd on the right side. Polschuk, Gabor, and Alcantara in the outfield from left to right, with Bonneau catching for Matt Blaise. California native with a 3-1 pitch. And it's low and inside, ball 4. First walk from Blaise, who has struck out 5. The catcher, Alex Gwinnett, will come up. He lined out to the second baseman, Griffin Andrechuk, in the second inning. A 1-1 tie in the top of the fourth. A must-win for Yakima. The Pippins fell into third place in the wild card division with their 11-5 loss here in Victoria last night. Coming into the game at 26-23. And a bunt is down by Gwinnett up the first base side. Blaise with the tag on Gwinnett, but scoring from third to put the Pippins ahead 2-1 is Mitch Skaggs. Not a squeeze bunt. Skaggs was not coming on the pitch. Gwinnett squared and put it down the first base side. Skaggs read the bunt location and realized, yes, he could make it. RBI for Gwinnett, his 16th of the year. Yakima Valley goes in front 2-1. Martinez at second base now with 2 men out. Jake Manson the batter. Knee high for a strike. 0-1 on Manson, who had a couple of hits last night but struck out in his first time up tonight. The pitch by Matt Blaise. Squibbed foul on the first base side. Two strikes on Manson, with the runner at second and 2 men out. High pop-up, shallow right center field. Andrechuk calling right now, and he will make the catch. And so a little bit of everything for Yakima. They get a base hit, an error by the pitcher on a pickoff attempt, and a sacrifice to get the runner to third, and a sacrifice bunt to get him home. And it's 2-1 for Yakima as we play the bottom of the fourth inning. AJ Alcantara will lead off on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
Thanks very much, Mark Cohen. I have Mark Breslauer here from Monk Office. Monk Office Game Night. Mark, how's it going tonight? Great to have them all here. Tell me a little bit about month is a lot of history. You just went through a rebrand, a little different look to things, same colors all on it. How did that tie in with you wanting to be involved in the HarbourCats? Look sharp. I had a chance to see something. So Mark, this is my responsibility. Myra got me here tonight. $25 gift certificate for you to build the boxes, and we'll want to see Myra there. See what's standing up there.
To the bottom of the fourth inning. Yakima now leading the HarbourCats 2-1.
Thanks, Dan.
The right fielder, number 30.
AJ Alcantara, Ben Polchuk, and PJ Floyd to face Andrew Bernstein. Swing and a foul out of play by Alcantara, who walked leading off the second inning. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Yakima. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. Breaking ball is too high, says Corey Klein. The scoreboard in the 4th inning, brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer with savings on a wide selection of new and used golf equipment. Corvallis has a 3-1 lead in Kelowna after 3 innings of play. Klamath Fall leads Medford 1-0 after 4 innings. Cowlitz with a 2-0 lead over Bellingham in the bottom of the 4th. It's Kitsap 2 and Bend 2 in the 4th inning. Another foul ball by Alcantara. Wenatchee with a 5-0 lead over Walla Walla after 1 inning of play. Sweets have lost 5 in a row. 2-1 here for Yakima in the bottom of the 4th. Alcantara with a high chopper that will be foul. Blue Jays won again this evening. They defeated Minnesota 3-1. The Reds beat the Cardinals 3-2. Cubs over the Pirates 5-0. As Alcantara gets hit by a pitch with a count 1-2. Second hit batter by Bernstein, who talks to Corey Klein. That was a breaking ball, and Alcantara never moved. But Klein said it was going to be called a ball, so if it's out of the strike zone and it hits the batter, he gets his base. Ben Polchuk comes to the plate. Polchuk singled in the second inning. Phillies beat the Dodgers 6-2. Royals over the Tigers 5-1. How about them Red Sox? My silent partner Kevin the intern cringing as he sees the Sox lose to the Yankees 13-3 tonight. Polchuk takes strike 1. Reds over the Cardinals 3-2. Mets over the Marlins 5-1. Giants beat Atlanta 8-3. Yeah, we're even there. Braves are not good. Not good. Rebuilding. Texas over Houston 4-3 in the 7th inning. The Mariners have a 5-4 lead over Colorado in the 6th inning. That game in Denver tonight. Polchuk takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tampa Bay leading the White Sox 10-2 in the 9th. Brewers over the Padres 4-1 in the 7th. Orioles and the A's, no score after 2. Indians and the Angels, no score after 2 in Anaheim. The scoreboard is brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer savings at 608 Discovery Street. And come on, Kelowna. HarbourCats need some help. 18-6 in their last 24 games. And yet still trailing Corvallis by 2 in the wild card division. And the Knights have a lead early in the game at Kelowna, 3-1. Andrew Bernstein with a 2-1 pitch to Ben Polchuk. Strike 2. Yakima 2, HarbourCats 1. Bottom of the 4th inning. PJ Floyd waiting on deck. The wind has calmed down sufficiently from when it started. It's still breezy, but not nearly blowing as briskly as it was at game time, which was 6:44 and 30 kilometers an hour. The pitch fouled out of play by Polchuk. 6'4", 195. And these two were teammates, Bernstein and Polchuk, at San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly. And they will continue to be teammates. They go back to school here in just a couple of weeks as the runner goes. Polchuk swings and misses. The throw and a tag by Freddie Smith. Second time tonight that Gwinnett has cut down a HarbourCat trying to steal second base. And both times it's been AJ Alcantara. That's a strike him out, throw him out double play for the Pippins. Polchuk becomes the 7th strikeout victim of Andrew Bernstein. Base is empty now for PJ Floyd, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Floyd takes high, ball 1. HarbourCats has scored 76 runs in their last 6 games. That's an average of, doing the math, 12 a game. Some big outbursts, of course. They had 11 last night, 21 in Wenatchee on Sunday, 8 in Wenatchee on Saturday after scoring 10 Friday night down in the Wenatchee Valley. 5 straight games of at least 8 runs being scored by Victoria. But so far tonight, Andrew Bernstein had done a good job keeping them off balance with good off-speed pitches. 2-1 the count on Floyd. And there's one of those off-speed pitches. Pulled the string. 2-2. 2 men out, nobody on. 2-1 for Yakima in the bottom of the 4th. Floyd has 7 of his last 14 at the plate. Manson's in trouble. He got in between there. He should have stayed back and taken a big hop, but decided to try to charge it. And you could tell from the very first step he was not going to make that play. So that'll be an error on Manson. Alex Degody struck out his first time. He'll bat with a runner at first and 2 men out. And once again, the wind picks up just in time for Alex to get up there and see if he can't hit a fly ball up into that breeze near the scoreboard. One swing right now would put the HarbourCats back in front. Right fielder Martinez is shallow and moving over into right center field by the center fielder Provo, and the left fielder Vandebrake playing a couple steps deeper than normal, respecting that wind. Strike 1 to Degody. Alex does not have a home run here in the West Coast League this summer as of yet. Coming into this game, Degody was hitting .440 in his last 6 games. Looks to bunt, takes outside. Two-1 for Yakima in the bottom of the 4th. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alex Degody. PJ Floyd at first base with 2 men out. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight for a Tuesday. That pitch down and in for a ball. Tough to top what happened here last night on a holiday. Fireworks afterwards. Great ball game. HarbourCats win 11-5. 4,307 in attendance. HarbourCats now coming into this game, we're needing 4,390 to get to 50,000 in attendance for the year. There's a fly ball to left. Get up into that wind. And get out of here. Alex DeGote will touch them all. HarbourCats take the lead 3-2 on cue. Kevin the intern, go buy me a lottery ticket, will ya? Called it. Got witnesses. Well, at least a witness. Called it. 3-2 HarbourCats. First home run of the West Coast League season for DeGote. Scott Jarvis now with the bases empty and 2 men out. Ooh, he gets hit by a pitch as he squared the bunt. Third hit batter by Bernstein. Zach Bonneau struck out his first time. Bonneau used that red bat on Canada Day against Langley in non-league games. He tries to bunt with it here. Bernstein will throw to first to end the inning. But Alex DeGote takes one on to Pembroke Street with a Pembroke poke, and the Cats lead 3-2 after 4 on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. Top of the fifth inning, and Ryan Lilly the batter for Yakima, who now trail 3-2. This is sliced into right field and right into the glove of A.J. Alcantara. One pitch, one out. 3-2 HarbourCats. Dayton Provost singled and scored the first run for the Pippins in the third inning. The fifth inning tonight brought to you by Freedom 55. Freedom now, freedom tomorrow. Advice that works for you. Matt Blaze, starting pitcher for the HarbourCats, working with the lead. Delivers ball one outside. Blaze making his 10th appearance, his 6th start. This is off the fist, and that'll drop into right center field for a base hit. Provo is 2 for 2. Blaze with a 3.65 ERA. We'll go back to the top of the order for the third time, and Jace Vanderbrake, who has struck out and grounded to third. Tonight's trivia question brought to you by the Alzheimer's Society of British Columbia. There's a rising tide of dementia in BC, but there is hope if we act now. Learn more at www.alzheimerbc.org. Foul to play from Vanderbrake. There was a player in the 80s named Joel Youngblood, kind of a journeyman guy, outfielder, infielder, could do a lot of things. Never really a regular, but good guy to have in the ball club, come off the bench. On this day in 1982, he did something that has never since been done and never had been done before, one time only in the big leagues. We'll tell you in the bottom of the fifth what Joel Youngblood did on August 4th, 1982. The 2-1 pitch will wait as Blaze throws to first. It did involve a trade that he was involved in. There's a strike to Vanderbrake. And he did a couple of things on August 4th. Two and two the count on Vanderbrake. Place making sure that the count is right. Zach Minot will flash the signs. Degody at third, Jarvis at short, Andrechuk at second, Floyd at first, hoping for a ground ball. And instead it's fisted foul, and that's a souvenir over the third base dugout of the Pippins. Another wacky thing that happened on this day, August 4th, 1983. Dave Winfield, while playing for the Blue Jays, was playing catch between innings, as all outfielders do, and infielders. And while playing catch between innings at Exhibition Stadium, a seagull swooped in and got hit by the throw of Winfield and was killed. And Dave Winfield, after the game, was arrested by Ontario police and charged with animal cruelty. Charges were eventually dropped. Winfield did not mean to drop the seagull. It was totally a fluke. There's a pop fly to left, and Ben Polschuk takes it for the second out. Corey Morris is 1 for 2. The Pippins shortstop has singled and grounded to short. 3-2 HarbourCats in the top of the fifth. Which also brings to mind the Randy Johnson spring training pitch to the plate where a pigeon flew right in front of the plate during a spring training game and met his demise, and the 98-mile-an-hour fastball crushed him. Lousy way to go. Feathers flying everywhere. I don't think Randy Johnson got arrested in Arizona, though. The 1-0 pitch to Morris. Runner going. Bonneau with his throw to second base. The tag by Andrechuk. Inning over. Provo is cut down by Bonneau. Halfway home, 3-2 HarbourCats on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
37, Kevin Collard.
And their league-leading 31st foul to play. Collard's home run was followed up by Alex DeGote. Collard's home run went to straightaway center field. DeGote's just over the fence in left field. Andrew Bernstein still on the mound for Yakima. Swing and a miss. Collard having trouble with that breaking ball. 3 runs on 4 hits for the HarbourCats through 4 innings against Bernstein, who has hit 3 batters. He has struck out 6. That one's low for a ball. Corey Klein is our home plate umpire. Jared Roberts working the bases tonight. One-two pitch. Freddie Smith gets the big hop and throws out Collard. Griffin Andrechuk has struck out twice tonight. 9-game hitting streak. Not quite in the balance just yet. I'm sure Griffin will get another at-bat tonight, maybe 2. As we check on our Alzheimer's Society of BC trivia question. Your support provides confidence, offers compassion, creates friendships, and gives hope. The Alzheimer's Society of BC. Message made possible by Lisco Irrigation and Landscaping. And a bunt by Andrechuk. Skaggs with a throw. Not in time. It's a 10-game hitting streak. Smart play by Griffin Andrechuk. Having trouble with Bernstein tonight. He had struck out twice. So he puts down the bunt. Gets himself aboard for Austin Gabor. Well, it was August 4th, 1982 that Joel Youngblood, a journeyman utility guy, great guy to have in a ball club, could play lots of different positions. He had a base hit for the Mets in an afternoon game on August the 4th that beat the Cubs. Then he was told that he was traded from the Mets to the Expos. So he didn't pout. He just jumped on a plane and went to Philadelphia and played in the night game against the Phillies for the Expos. And he got a base hit for the Expos in that game. So 2 hits for 2 teams in 2 cities on the same day. And because of the union situation now in baseball, I doubt they would even let a player even consider doing that again. That happened on August 4th, 1982 for Joel Youngblood. 2 hits, 2 teams, 2 cities on the same day. And to top it off, the hits came off Hall of Famers to be Ferguson Jenkins in Chicago and Steve Carlton in Philadelphia. And we'll have another Alzheimer's Society of BC trivia question, our final one of the regular season, tomorrow night when the Pippins and the HarbourCats meet in Game 3 of this series. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Austin Gabor. High and away, ball 2. Gabor has flied to right and struck out. Hit totals are even at 5. HarbourCats lead 3-2. HarbourCats with 2 home runs, giving them 31 on the year to lead the league. The Pippins have just 9 as a team. HarbourCats second in the league in runs scored, 3rd in team batting average, 1st in home runs, 3rd in stolen bases. The 2-0 pitch to Gabor. That'll be bounced into right field for a base hit. Andrechuk will stop at second base as Reed Martinez comes up with the ball cleanly in right field. Runners at first and second, 1 out for A.J. Alcantara, who has been hit by a pitch, walked, tried to steal twice, and has been gunned down both times by Alex Gwinnett. That's the one side of the HarbourCats game that has really gone south. They've stolen 6 bases and been thrown out 10 times in their last 7 games. Gwinnett calls in the shortstop and second baseman. They may be changing the signs here. Now, if you're wondering why the shortstop and second baseman need to know what the pitcher's going to throw, well, it helps them with their positioning. And often teams have their shortstop and second baseman give a signal to the outfielders as to whether it's going to be a fastball or an off-speed pitch, so they can know to get a jump one way or the other. Two on with one out. Bernstein with a pitch to Alcantara, and it's very high. Gwinnett had to come out of his crouch, almost came out of his shoes to catch that one. 3-2 for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pippins looking for a ground ball, and instead we're going to have a visit. There is activity in the bullpen. You can tell Yakima is not used to this 10, 11, 12, 13 degree weather. Everybody in their dugouts virtually got a hoodie on, and the pitcher throwing down in the pen has still got his hoodie on. So there's meetings all over the place, on the mound, and near home plate for the HarbourCats hitters. Yakima scored in the top of the 3rd.
One of our great sponsors is Super Mega Baseball. They got a place down in...
HarbourCats tied it in the bottom of the 3rd and a Kevin Colored home run. Yakima went back in front with a safety squeeze in the top of the 4th, and the HarbourCats went the other way. They didn't go little ball, they went big boy ball. And a 2-run home run from Alex Degoti, putting the HarbourCats in front 3-2.
One of our good sponsors. Thanks very much for...
And that's where we stand now. 3-2 for the HarbourCats, 2 on with 1 out. Good speed all over the place for Victoria. Andrechuk out at second, Gabor at first, Alcantara at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Andrew Bernstein. And Corey Klein calls time, but appears to be getting in the grill of the catcher. Like, we've already had 3 meetings. Let's move this thing along. All that chat, and it's a fastball high. Wind continues to blow. Stronger than normal out towards center field. Breaking ball inside. Alcantara was hit by a pitch. That's the 5th time, and you can tell why. He doesn't budge. That breaking ball was boring right in on him, and he did not move an inch. 3-0 pitch. High, ball 4. HarbourCats are in business here in the 5th. Leading 3-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ben Polschuk the batter. 3 home runs on the year for Big Ben. Do I dare try to go 2 for 2? Why not? It worked for Degoti. Get one up in that win. Alcantara hit a grand slam last week for the HarbourCats here at Sports Traders Diamond. Let's see if Polschuk can get something that he can get up into that breeze and clear the bases with 1 swing. He's not budging either on that inside fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's Kelly Fitzpatrick, who threw last night for the Pippins, who is getting loose down in the left field corner. Pippins don't want this thing to get away. And there's a fastball right in the back. That's 4-man hit tonight by Bernstein. And that one will cost him a run. 4-2 now for the HarbourCats. That's a tough RBI for Polschuk, but he'll take it. And now his 14 ribby on the year. And here's P.J. Floyd. Floyd with 4 homers on the season. 24 runs batted in. He's been hit by a pitch tonight and reached on an error. Bernstein's pitch outside. So now it's Gabor at third, Alcantara at second, Polschuk at first. There is 1 man out, so the Pippins are at double play depth on the infield. Reed Martinez surprisingly shallow in right field with the way the wind is blowing, and Floyd being a left-hand hitter. Good breaking ball there from Bernstein has Floyd out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 run in here in the 5th. HarbourCats now lead 4-2. Bases loaded. The pitch. And that is nubbed foul. Alex Tagoti is waiting on deck. One of the hot hitters in the West Coast League right now. HarbourCats have won 5 in a row for the 2nd time this season. Floyd swings and misses. 7 strikeouts on the night now for Bernstein. 2 man out, and Alex Tagoti will come up. Well, the 2 managers now are going at it verbally from across the diamond. Marcus McKimmey and Greg Merritt. Floyd had a bit of a glare out at Bernstein after the strikeout, and maybe Bernstein says something. And of course, Merritt sitting right there beside the dugout. And McKimmey didn't like the fact that maybe someone out of the dugout, Merritt or someone else, had something to say to Bernstein. So it's only the 2nd game of the year between these 2 teams, but there's a lot at stake. And the pitch to Tagoti is outside, ball 1. HarbourCats 4 and the Pippins 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded with 2 men out. Tagoti with a 2-run home run, his first of the year in his last at-bat. He struck out his first time up. Breaking ball is outside. Gwinnett wanted it but didn't get it. Bernstein wanted it and will take a walk off the back of the mound. And now Corey Klein is letting McKimmey know that he's heard enough. It's heated on the coolest night of the season, weather-wise. But baseball temperature-wise, it's hot, and that'll get McKimmey even more hot. Corey Klein's had a larger than normal strike zone tonight, but that one he called a ball. 3-0 the count on Tagoti. Bases loaded with 2 men out. Bernstein with the pitch. And that is strike 1. You just get the feeling that Tagoti could put the game away here, and even though it's only the 5th. Just the emotions are running high, and if Bernstein can get out of the jam here with the bases loaded, then that'll lift up the Pippins. Tagoti takes, knee high, strike 2. So the carousel will be in motion here. Gabor from 3rd, Alcantara from 2nd, Polchuk from 1st will all be moving as Bernstein will deliver the pitch to the plate. 3-2 the count. It's high for a ball, and Tagoti has his 3rd RBI of the night. 5-2 for the HarbourCats, and that'll be all for Andrew Bernstein. We'll tell you about Kelly Fitzpatrick in a moment on Sean TV and HarbourCats.com.
Just a heads up, folks, the 50-50 is already over $600. Make sure you get your tickets. Somebody going home with some cash. Now batting for your HarbourCats, the shortstop, number 5, Scott Jarvis.
Lefty, who pitches at Yakima Valley Community College and is from Newport, Washington, comes in with the bases loaded and 2 out of the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Scott Jarvis, strike. Fitzpatrick threw an inning in the 3rd last night. No runs, no hits. He walked 1. He did strike out 2. ERA of 2.54. Pitch is fouled straight back. Fitzpatrick making his 18th appearance. 20 strikeouts in 29 and 3rd innings. 5-2 for the HarbourCats in the 5th. Bases loaded with 2 out. The 2-strike pitch. Ground ball. Freddie Smith can't knock it down. It's a base hit. 1 run in. Play to the plate. Cut off. 2 runs in as Alcantara and Polchuk both score. 7-2 for the HarbourCats. Scott Jarvis picks up 2 RBI. He now has 11 for the year. A 4-run 5th inning. Zach Bonneau is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Both those runs charged to Andrew Bernstein. Bernstein in his first 2 starts on the road in the West Coast League had not given up an earned run in 12 innings. And so far he's been charged with 6 as he went 4 1/3, allowing 6 hits. He walked 2. He hit 4 batters, struck out 7. Degody at 2nd, Jarvis at 1st. Swing and a miss by Bonneau. HarbourCats scoring in 3 consecutive innings. 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and now 4 here in the 5th. Foul to the screen by Bonneau. We'll have the West Coast League scoreboard for sports traders in the top of the 6th, and we'll get you caught up on what's happening in Kelowna as the Corvallis Knights are playing the Falcons. Little fister, Mitch Skaggs in foul ground will make the catch to end the inning. But 9 men come up for the HarbourCats. They score 4 runs and now lead 7-2 on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
Congratulations to Natalie Hope, who have won lunch at Pippins, part of the Pippins scoreboard. Go to the info booth and claim your prize. All right, I'm up here in the bleachers with my new friend Sarah and all her friends. We are actually having We have been having what we call a love salon moment here. You have won a gift certificate, Sarah, to the love salon. And for the record, all you dirty minded people with these grins on your faces, the love salon is a place where you can get your hair done, not what you people think. I think these guys have been enjoying the beverage garden a bit too much tonight. Anyhow, congratulations, Sarah. You have won a gift certificate to the love salon. Reminder, folks, 50-50 up over $600 so far.
Hey, keep fighting. Let's go. Keep grinding. Let's go. Come on, fellas.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Corey Morris.
Freddie Smith in the 6th inning for Yakima. 6th inning brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island investing made easy at victoriarealestate.com. Matt Blaise still on the mound for the Cats. He now has a 5-run lead. Blake's last pitched on Thursday. He beat Cowlitz 8-3. Went 6 1/3 that night. 2 runs on 7 hits. He walked 5 that night, though, so his pitch count got up, so he couldn't get through the 7th inning. No issues with that tonight. He's only walked 1. There's a line drive to center field, but Austin Gabor is right there to make the catch. 1 out in the 6th. 7-2 for the HarbourCats. The scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer with savings on new disc golf products at Sports Traders on Discovery Street. Oh, the Kelowna Falcons are not cooperating as Corvallis, who leads the wild card division, leads Kelowna 6-1 after 6 innings. Mitch Skaggs is 2 for 2 tonight for the Yakima Pippins. He swings and misses. The 1-strike pitch from Matt Blaise. Outside, ball 1. Medford leads Klamath Falls 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. They're going to the bottom of the 7th in Longview, where Cowlitz has a 2-1 lead over Bellingham. A swing and a miss. 1-2 on Skaggs. Kitsap has a 4-2 lead on Bend after 6 innings. And in the bottom of the 4th, Wenatchee leads Walla Walla 5-3. That fastball is off the outside edge. 2-2 the count on Skaggs. From Boise, Idaho, and attends the College of Idaho. 6'1", 200 pounds, third baseman. The 2-2 pitch from Blaise. That's punch foul over the first base dugout of the HarbourCats. Seven to 2. HarbourCats leading in the bottom of the 5th. Skaggs hits one to right. Long run for A.J. Alcantara. That'll drop right on top of the foul line. That is a fair ball. And sliding in safely is Skaggs with a double. Mitch Skaggs is 3 for 3. Freddie Smith has put down a sacrifice bunt and struck out tonight. Runner at second with 1 out. A swing and a foul at the plate.
I will in a second.
I got a piece of Zach Bonneau, so Corey Klein will hand deliver the baseball and give Bonneau a moment to shake that off. Alex Degody is the third baseman tonight for the HarbourCats. Scott Jarvis at shortstop. Griffin Andrechuk, the second baseman. P.J. Floyd at first base. Ben Polschuk in left field. Austin Gabor in center field. A.J. Alcantara in right field. Matt Blaze from Half Moon Bay, California, leading 7-2 in the sixth inning. The pitch to Freddie Smith. Taken inside for a ball. Blaze looking for his fourth win of the year. Dominic Deposian of the HarbourCats leads the club with 5. Patrick McGuff of Bend is the leader in the league with 7 victories. HarbourCats 7, Yakima 2 in the top of the 6th. 2-1 pitch to Smith. Outside, ball 3. Pippins down by 5. Not exactly the type of offense that is built to come from behind. 10th in the 12-team league in batting average. 5th in runs scored. 10th in home runs. That's punch foul and out of play. When they scored their second run, it sort of exemplified what kind of club they are. A single, a throwing error, and a pickoff by a pitcher. A sacrifice bunt. And another sacrifice bunt. That's how they got their run home. Meanwhile, the HarbourCats scored 3 runs on 2 swings. Home runs by Degody and Collard. (7-2) for the HarbourCats in the 6th. 3-2 pitch to Freddie Smith is lifted over the head of Floyd into right field. They're going to try to score him, and Alcantara hesitated, and so his throw is going to come in late. 7-3. Skaggs had to freeze for a moment. From his angle, it looked like Floyd could catch that ball. And it was pretty gutsy by Marcus McKimmey to send Skaggs, but Alcantara couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Freddie Smith with an RBI single. 7-3. Reed Martinez has struck out and walked. One ball, no strikes. No one throwing in the bullpen at the moment for Victoria, and yet Greg Merritt wants to come out. HarbourCats and Pippins back at it again tomorrow night, the final game of the regular season here at home. Fan Appreciation Night. As always, lots of promotions, lots of fun. Special presentation to a HarbourCats player will come up tomorrow night. First pitch just after 6:35. Log on to HarbourCats.com/tickets and find out how easy it is for the final game of the regular season to get your tickets online. And of course, you can drop us a line anytime at #HarbourCats, where we have live tweeting going on through every broadcast on Go Live broadcasts. Hit totals are even at 7. Andrew Bernstein hit 4 batters. So that helped with the 7 hits. As here's a bouncer to Andrechuk. Jarvis for 1 out. And there's to Floyd for 2 out. Martinez grounds into a double play. 1 pitch after the visit from the manager. A run on 2 hits. HarbourCats come up at the top of the order to lead off the 6th inning. Cats lead the Pippins 7-3 on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
A. Rodney Dangerfield, B. Tom Hanks, or C. the late great Sam Kinison? A. Sam Kinison, C. you are correct. Congratulations on the 2 kilos of peacock. What's the most important thing about his own market in the upper deck? Fans, don't forget to use game tickets. They were 15% off. This is our final regular season home series. Wednesday night, 8 and brought by Flight Centers and the small announcement of our Arizona. Leading off for your HarbourCats, the designated hitter number 37, Kevin Muller.
Top of the order for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Kelly Fitzpatrick to Kevin Collard is high, ball 1. Collard is 1 for 3. He is homered, struck out, and grounded to second. A home run is club leading 6th of the season. Swing and a foul out of play. HarbourCats 7, Yakima 3. Sixth inning brought to you by Alex Burns and Associates. Island Investing made easy at victoriarealestate.com. That's going to get down for a hit for Collard into right center field. Big turn, but he'll hold with a single. The 8th base hit of the night for the HarbourCats. Griffin Andrechuk with a bunt single his last time up, extending his hitting streak to 10 games. Andrechuk is now hit in 20 of his last 22. Andrechuk has been on base via a walk or a hit in 21 of his last 22. Andrechuk showing bunt again, but takes high for a ball. On the Sports Traders scoreboard, Blue Jays won again tonight, 3-1. Donaldson and Tulowitzki homer once again. People coast to coast in this country are starting to believe that that team is actually going to be for real here down in the final 50-plus games of the season. Mariners leading Colorado in the 6th, 5-4. How did those Red Sox do tonight, Kevin, the intern? Okay. Really? $13-3 against the Yankees. Well, the Yankees are the hottest offensive team in the major leagues. They were averaging 9 runs a game over their last 6, and they scored 13 tonight. HarbourCats averaging 10 runs a game in their last 6 here in the West Coast League. And the Cats have 7 on the board. And we are in the 6th inning. Wind blowing strong towards center field right now as Andrechuk takes inside for a ball. 3-0 on the HarbourCats second baseman. Nationals beat the Diamondbacks 5-4. Reds over the Cardinals 3-2. Cubs shut out the Pirates 5-0. Phillies over the Dodgers 6-2. Royals beat the Tigers 5-1. There's a strike to Andrechuk with Austin Gabor on deck. Rangers over the Astros 4-3. Giants beat the Braves 8-3. Mets over the Marlins 5-1. Brewers over the Padres 4-1. Tampa Bay and Chicago beating the White Sox 11-3. After 4 innings, Angels and Indians no score at Anaheim, and after 4 innings in Oakland, Baltimore and the Athletics no score. Blue Jays, with their win, now have the second wild card spot in the American League. A game and a half behind the Angels for the top spot. Fitzpatrick with the pitch. Andreychuk swings and misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Andreychuk. 1 for 3 in this game. The 3-2 pitch from Fitzpatrick. Swing and a miss. Andreychuk strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Austin Gabor to the plate with 1 man out in the 6th inning. 7-3 for the HarbourCats. Gabor is 1 for 3. Singled and scored his last time up after flying out to right field. He struck out his first time. Andrew Bernstein struck out the side to start the ball game. Bernstein only had 17 strikeouts in 40 innings. Tonight he struck out 7 in 4 1/3, but he hit 4 batters and walked 2. There's a strike. Bernstein came into the game with an ERA of 2.70. His last start against Medford, he threw 8 shutout innings. But tonight he gets lit for 7 runs on 6 hits in 4 2/3. Running into the hottest offense in the West Coast League at the moment. '83 runs scored in their last 7 games. One strike pitch on the way to Austin Gabor. Strike over the outside corner. 0-2. Gabor batting with Collard at first base. He's 7 for 7 in steal attempts, is Kevin Collard. The pitch by Fitzpatrick. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Corey Morris, the shortstop, will make the catch. AJ Alcantara does not have an official at bat tonight. He's been hit by a pitch and walked twice. Scored a run, been thrown out trying to steal twice.
Number 30, A.J. Alcantara.
Runner at first base with 2 men out, and this is in the air to center field. Provo did not get a good jump on that. He'll throw to third base. Collard will slide in safe. Not sure Provo saw that ball off the bat. He sort of froze. Base hit for Alcantara. Runners at first and third, but 2 men out for the HarbourCats. Ben Polschuk is singled, struck out, and been hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So he has an RBI. He has scored a run.
Ben Polschuk.
2 on with 2 out. Strike 1 to Polschuk. Swinging a foul back by Polschuk. HarbourCats with 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 4 in the 5th, trying to score for the 4th consecutive inning. They scored an 8 straight inning Sunday night at Wenatchee in their 21-10 win. Morris will charge and throw to first in time to retire Polchuk, and in the stretch of consecutive innings scoring runs tonight. 2 hits, 2 left. And to the 7th, 7-3, HarbourCats on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
All right, friends, we are down to third base line. Once again, you've got Eric, you've got Corky. On your mark, put your heads down and spin. And they're off.
You okay, my friend?
Seven to 3 for the HarbourCats as we move to the top of the 7th inning. Matt Blaze will work against Alex Gwinnett. Ball 1 high to the Pippins catcher, who put down a bunt with a runner at third base to pick up an RBI, and he's lined out to second, officially 0 for 1. Came in batting 208. There's a strike from Matt Blaze. Three runs on 7 hits through 6 innings for Blaze. In the air to right field. But going back is Alcantara to make the catch. 1 out. 7th inning brought to you by Wilson Transportation, locally owned and operated since 1962 with over 90 vehicles to rent. The official carrier of the HarbourCats will be in use on Friday when they head to Bellingham. This series ends tomorrow. 6:35 for the first pitch. Jake Manson takes a strike. Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Bellingham against the Bells to end the regular season. 0-2 on Manson. Yakima, first baseman, has popped to second and struck out. (7-3) HarbourCats in the top of the 7th. Fastball is high. DeGotti at third, Jarvis at short, Andrewchuk at second, Floyd at first, Polchuk in left, Gabor in center, Alcantara in right, Bonneau the catcher. Jarvis, 2 out. Ryan Lilly has struck out and flied to right. Go to HarbourCats.com/tickets and get your tickets online for tomorrow night's game. Foul to play from Lilly. (13 appearances as a hitter for Lilly. 12 appearances as a pitcher. Swinging about back. But Lilly will attend UC Riverside in the fall. That one goes all the way to the backstop. He's from Murrieta, California. The 1-2 pitch. Bases empty, 2 men out, another 1-2 pitch. 2-2 the count. Stirring right now in the bullpen for the HarbourCats, but no one throwing. Little bouncer for Andrzejczyk. He has to wait for Floyd to get back to the bag, and he does so in time to retire Lilly. 1-2-3 7th. They'll take the stretch here at Sports Traders Diamond inside Royal Athletic Park. 7-3 for the HarbourCats on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. Floyd, Alex Tagoti, and Scott Jarvis in the bottom of the 7th for the HarbourCats against Kelly Fitzpatrick. 7-3, HarbourCats leading. Alhanan Miller, who threw last night, is getting loose in the bullpen for the Pippins. Fitzpatrick threw an inning and a third last night, and he has thrown an inning and a third so far here tonight. Floyd is 0 for 2. He has scored a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the HarbourCats first baseman. He'll be a freshman at Sacramento State. Waves at that breaking ball and strikes out. Alex Tagoti has driven in 3 runs tonight, a bases-loaded walk, a 2-run homer, and he has struck out. But the home run put the HarbourCats in front 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th.
Alex Tagoti!
Tagoti's home run was his first of the West Coast League season. Ball 1 from Fitzpatrick. Tagoti had 1 home run for Long Beach State this spring. Outside for ball 2. Seven runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pippins. Strike called. HarbourCats looking for their 5th straight win over Apple-themed teams. After winning 3 in a row in Wenatchee against the Apple Sox. Degody doesn't like that call, but it is a strike. 2-2 the count. Trying to make it 2 in a row against the Pippins with Game 3 of this series tomorrow night. There's a foul near Scott Jarvis, who's on deck. Fitzpatrick with the 2-2 pitch to Degody. Ball 3. 6:35 tomorrow night for the final game of this 2015 home schedule for the HarbourCats. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Bellingham. And that'll do it for the West Coast League regular season. What's on Tap brought to you by the Tally Ho Sports Bar and Grill. Sports for him, dancing for her. It's a perfect night at the Tally Ho Sports Bar and Grill. 7-3 HarbourCats in the 7th inning. Inside for a ball. Second time Degody has walked tonight. 1 for 2 officially with 3 RBI and a run scored. Scott Jarvis had a 2 RBI single his last time up. That was off Fitzpatrick. First man that Fitzpatrick faced tonight. Jarvis 1 for 2 in the ball game. Greg Merritt loading up the offense tonight, throwing all the heavy artillery at Yakima. 8 of the 9 batters with a batting average of at least .287. The pitch foul out of play by Jarvis, who came in batting .291. 11 RBI now for the shortstop, who will attend UCLA next month. Fitzpatrick with the pitch. Low for a ball. Mitch Skaggs is the third baseman. Corey Morris the shortstop for the Pippins. Freddie Smith at second base. Jake Manson at first base. Jace Vandebrake in left field. Dayton Provost in center field. Reed Martinez the right fielder, and Alex Gwinnett the catcher. Double play depth on the infield. Straightaway average depth in the outfield as Jarvis takes high and away for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first base with a 1-man out. HarbourCats trailed 1-0 and 2-1 in this ball game. They trailed last night 4-3, and then outscored Yakima 9-1 in the second part of the ball game. Well, right now the Cats are on a 7-1 advantage with Degody running. Jarvis swings and misses the ball, flips out of the hand of Gwinnett. A stolen base for Alex Degody. Club leading 14th for Degody. HarbourCats now is 73 on the year. They've been thrown out 43 times. Foul off the bat of Jarvis. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch from Fitzpatrick is fouled to the screen. Curious to see what the attendance figure is for tonight, just to see how many that leaves for the HarbourCats to get to 50,000 patrons with one home game to go. Coming into the night after drawing 4,307 last night, they needed just under 4,400 in the last 2 games. I think they're going to need around 3,000 for tomorrow night. That's strike 3 to Scott Jarvis. Third strikeout for Fitzpatrick. 10th time the HarbourCats have struck out tonight. Zach Bonneau comes up with a runner at second and 2 men out. Bonneau is 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's fouled out, grounded out, and struck out. Swing and a miss by Bonneau. And certainly with the attention the HarbourCats have been given by the media, the way the weather has been, the wild card race, and the promotion done by Jim Swanson, Brad Norris-Jones, and the rest of the crew, 3,000 plus is certainly attainable for the final game of the season. And that would get them over 50,000. First time in West Coast League history that would happen. Two strikes on Bonneau. Pitch is high. HarbourCats averaged 1,500 a game last season. And after the crowd of 4,300 plus last night, are now at 1,900 per game this year. Runner goes for third. Bonneau swings and misses. And the throw goes into left field. But there's a strikeout, so the inning is over. Bonneau, it's a stolen base. No, it's not a stolen base. Now, the fans don't understand the inning's over when Bonneau struck out. Nothing happened in there. 11 strikeouts as actually Fitzpatrick struck out the side. So we'll move to the 8th inning. It's 7-3 for the HarbourCats on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. Freedom today, freedom tomorrow. Advice that works for you. Matt Blaze still in the ball game with a 7-3 lead for the HarbourCats. Dayton Provost, the center fielder, takes inside ball 1. Provost is 2 for 2 in the ball game. And that one's hit sharply, but Floyd handles and goes to the pillow for the out. Seven runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the HarbourCats. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Yakima. Jace Vandebrake is 0 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, and flat out. Tries to bunt his way on, and this will go foul. 1 for 8 in the series is the left fielder of the Yakima Valley Pippins. A loss would drop them to 26 and 24 on the year after they won their first 5 games of the season and were 8-3 after 11. That's laced foul. Over the weekend, they had swept Cowlitz and had a 4-game winning streak. But the HarbourCats won last night 11-5. The Cats lead 7-3 here tonight. The problem is no help coming from the Okanagan. Eighth inning scoreboard brought to you by Sports Traders. Dive into summer with savings on goalie gear, visors, and hockey pants at Sports Traders on Discovery Street. It's 6-3 for Corvallis in the bottom of the 9th at Kelowna. A ball and 2 strikes on Vandebrake. Falcons looking for their 31st win of the year. Bend has 33. Bellingham 30 in the race for the best record in the West Coast League for 2015. Vandebrake takes high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corey Morris is on deck for the Pippins, who trails 7-3 in the 8th inning. Matt Blaise with the pitch, and it's called a ball. Another foul out of play. 3-2 on Jace Vandebrake. .6'1", 180 pounds, from Yakima. And it's ball 4. Just the second walk allowed tonight by Blaise, who walked 5 in his last start. Matt came into this inning at 94 pitches. 68 strikes, only 26 balls. That's sharply hit to Jarvis. Andrechuk for 1, Floyd for 2. Top of the order in the bottom of the 8th for the HarbourCats, who lead 7-3 on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.
Now batting the designated hitter number 37,
Kevin Collard in the bottom of the 8th will face a new pitcher. It's Alhannon Miller. Miller threw an inning last night. And the first pitch is driven into right center field by Collard. And that's going to go all the way to the wall. Picked up by Provost. Collard will shut her down at second base with a leadoff double. Second hit of the night, third hit of the night for Collard. He's 3 for 5 now. Had a home run earlier in the ball game. Now a single and a double. Griffin Andrechuk is a base hit on a bunt tonight, extending his hitting streak to 10 games. But he has also struck out 3 times. Andrechuk had only struck out 8 times in over 100 at-bats, so the hat trick tonight is rare. Looks to bunt again. Is just having one of those nights where he's just not seeing the ball real well. And he takes a strike from Miller. "6'4", 225 pounds from Yakima. Here's the Pippins pitcher. 7-3 for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the 8th. Andrechuk again shows bunt, takes a ball.
Quit moving back. Good right there.
We mentioned that Corvallis leading Kelowna 6-3 in the 9th inning on the Sports Trader scoreboard. Medford beat Klamath Falls 5-1 tonight. Cowlitz has a 3-1 lead over Bellingham in the 9th. It's now 6-6, Kitsap and Bend in the bottom of the 8th. Wenatchee leads Walla Walla 6-4 late in that ball game, but the one that matters most to these two teams is Corvallis and Kelowna. A pop-up on the bunt attempt by Andrechuk. Miller's throw to second, not in time. Austin Gabor is 1 for 4. It's now a final in Kelowna. The Knights have won their 29th game of the year. They beat the Falcons 6-3. Corvallis now 29-20. HarbourCats with a win here tonight will remain 2 games back. Yakima would fall to 3.5.
Right there.
Miller with the pitch to Gabor. Base hit to right field. Here comes Kevin Collard. The throw by Martinez will be cut off, and it's 8-3 for the HarbourCats. Single and an RBI for Austin Gabor. He now has 22 runs driven in.
Now batting the right fielder, number 30, A.J. Alcantara.
A.J. Alcantara has been aboard all 4 times tonight. He's walked, he's been hit by a pitch, and he had a single his last time up, so officially 1 for 1 in the ballgame. Came in batting .314. Checks his swing on a breaking ball. Alcantara in the last 6 games was hitting .360 for the HarbourCats. 8 runs and 11 hits now for Victoria. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Yakima Valley. Gabor runs. The throw by Gwinnett. Another great throw, but it's just not in time. Wow, he's got an accurate throwing arm. He already gunned down Alcantara twice tonight. Had that pitch been over the plate, I think he would have had an out at second, but it was inside, so he had to reach to get it and then bring it back. Stolen base for Gabor. His 6th of the year in 8 attempts. Two 2-0 the count on Alcantara, who takes outside. Ben Polschuk is on deck. 75 stolen bases now for the HarbourCats. That is third best in the league. Corvallis leads with 129. HarbourCats had 2 home runs tonight, giving them 31. Breaking a tie with the Bend Elks. HarbourCats should go over 300 runs scored for the season tomorrow night. Changeup is looped onto left center field. That's going to drop for a hit in front of Vanderbrake. Alcantara aboard for the 5th time tonight. DeBoer wasn't sure if the left fielder Vanderbrake could get to that ball or not, so he had to hold up. Runners at first and third now for the HarbourCats. 1 man out in the 8th inning. Cats leading the Pippins 8-3. HarbourCats now at 12 hits in the game. Ben Polchuk is 1 for 3. He has scored a run. He has driven in a run. Change from Miller in for a strike. Miller making his 11th appearance. ERA around 7. One ball and 1 strike on Ben Polchuk. PJ Floyd is on deck. Runners at first and third with 1 man out. The 1-1 pitch from Miller. Runner goes. High drive to left, but this will be well foul. HarbourCats with 4 games left. After this one, they'll play Yakima here tomorrow at Sports Traders Diamond, then go to Bellingham for 3. Corvallis has 2 more with Kelowna. And then they'll play 3 with Medford in Corvallis. That one bounces past Gwinnett. I got him on the bare hand. That hurt. Alcantara's going to go all the way to third. Gwinnett's going to try to throw it, and he'll throw it into left field. Alcantara now will come home to score, and the HarbourCats steal a couple here. DeBoer scores on the wild pitch. Alcantara goes to second on the wild pitch, then to third on the wild pitch, and then scores on the throwing error by Gwinnett. 10-3, HarbourCats leading. 10 runs tonight, 11 last night, 21 on Sunday, 8 on Saturday, 10 on Friday, and 8 last Thursday. What an explosion offensively here late in the season for the HarbourCats. So 1 second, Polchuk standing there at the plate thinking, wow, that wind's still blowing out the left field. Man, if I get one up in the air, I got 3 RBI. Well, if he hits someone out now, he gets 1 RBI. 2-2 the count. High and away, ball 3. Swing and a miss by Polchuk. He left the strike zone. Base is empty, 2 out for P.J. Floyd, who is 0 for 3 in the ballgame.
Now pinch hitting for your HarbourCats, number 12,
Torrin Goldstein will come in to hit for Floyd and go in and play first base. Goldstein batting 167. He's 9 out of 54. 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Takes a strike from Miller. Ten runs on 12 hits for the HarbourCats. Changeup in for a strike. Mitch Skaggs, Freddie Smith, and Reed Martinez are scheduled for Yakima in the top of the 9th. Pitch is high for a ball. It looks like it'll be against a new pitcher as well. Matt Blaze appears to be done after 8 innings. A little too far away and a little too dark down there in the right field corner to see who it is. A 1-2 pitch. That's been called a strike all night until now. All of a sudden, the last inning or so, that pitch has become a ball. Corey Klein had a little wider strike zone than we're used to, but it was moving the game along nicely. 2-2 the count on Goldstein, who is the beneficiary of that call. Then swings at the pitch in the same spot and fouls it straight back. Two and two the count with 2 men out. Goldstein takes in the dirt. Goldstein played first base on Sunday night in Wenatchee and went 1 for 5, driving in 2 runs. Made a start here at home on Thursday, and this time he puts the ball wide of third and under the glove of Skaggs, so that's a base hit. He was 0 for 3 against Cowlitz last Thursday, but has a base hit here at home. In the 8th inning here tonight, 13th hit for the HarbourCats, their 4th of this inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 24.
Alex Degody has had 3 RBI tonight, 1 for 2 officially after striking out his first time. Has hit a 2-run homer, walked with the bases loaded, and his last time up he walked and stole a base. Ball 1 from Elhanan Miller. (10-3) for the HarbourCats in the bottom of the 8th inning. Degody hits a pop-up. And Manson in foul ground will make the catch that ends the inning. HarbourCats add 3 and now lead 10-3. As we go to the 9th inning on Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com. to you by the Alzheimer's Society of British Columbia. There's a rising tide of dementia in BC, but there is hope if we act now. This message is made possible by Let's Go Irrigation and Landscaping. And for more information, go to www.alzheimerbc.org. 10-3 for the HarbourCats as we go to the ninth inning, and Josh Walker will come on to pitch. Mitch Skaggs, the first man that Walker faces, and he fouls the first pitch straight back. Skaggs has been a bright light tonight for the Pippins. He has 3 of their 7 hits. He's singled twice and doubled. He's scored 2 of their 3 runs. Walker fires a strike. Josh Walker started on Saturday in Wenatchee. Went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, and he walked 4 and struck out 6. Pitch low for a ball. Walker making his 18th appearance. 34 in the 3rd innings. He's allowed 38 hits. He's walked 21 and struck out 38. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 39. Walker with an ERA of 4.19.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Freddie Smith.
Faces Freddie Smith, who is 1 for 2. Smith with an RBI single his last time up. Yakima led this game 2-1 in the 4th inning. There's a bunt attempt but foul. But the HarbourCats have outscored the visitors 9-1. Similar to what they did last night, when the Pippins led the game 4-3 after 5, and the Cats outscored them 9-1 for the rest of the way. One ball, one strike on Freddie Smith from Redondo Beach, California. Cats looking to go to 13-10 here at home. That's pop foul to play. There's a long run for the right fielder, but closing it down is A.J. Alcantara. Two out in the 9th inning. 10-3 for the HarbourCats. I got any more. Reed Martinez is 0 for 2 in the game. He takes strike 1 from Josh Walker. Andrewchuk makes the play to first. The game is over. Walker with a 1-2-3 ninth. And the HarbourCats with 4 in the 5th and 3 in the 8th. Once again come from behind and win easily at the end over the Yakima Valley Pippins. HarbourCats 27-22, but Corvallis wins tonight to go to 29-20, so the Cats are still 2 games back in the wild card division. The HarbourCats with 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. Yakima 3 runs, 7 hits,
Final score.
and no errors. Matt Blaze, the winning pitcher, as he went 8 innings tonight to go to 4-3 on the season. Blaze gave up 2 runs on 7 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Andrew Bernstein takes the loss for Yakima. So they'll wrap up the regular season at home here tomorrow night with the first pitch at 6:35. Hope you can join us. And thanks to Chris Jaycox and his crew at Go Live Broadcasts, and my silent partner Kevin the intern. I'm Jay Longpre. Final score tonight from Victoria, the HarbourCats 10, Yakima Valley Pippins 3. On Shaw TV and HarbourCats.com.